Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice Radio. So today, we're going to be taking a look at Gengar, or I suppose to be more precise, the entire Gengar line. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Gengar is not a Pokemon that really exists on its own here. Gengar is a Pokemon that really relies on its pre-evolutions. What do I mean? Come and have a gander with me, would you? So if we have a look at the basics of Gengar, we can see 130 HP. The good news is, you actually are out of the range of these Pokemon that do 120. Then again, the most relevant of those are Buzzwole, that you're resistant to anyway, and Zoroark, that you're weak to anyway. Yeah, you're weak to darkness here, so Zoroark will not struggle to get a one-hit KO. The good news is, like a lot of Gengar in the past, you have Free Retreat. Free Retreat is awesome. Great after a Guzma, great after a KO, just great generally, to be honest. And being a Psychic Pokemon means you can use stuff like Spell Tag. That's going to be relevant, we'll get to that in a moment. And it means you're hitting weakness against stuff like Buzzwole, which is, I mean, it's still pretty good, right? Buzzwole never seems to be bad at any point. And we could start talking about Gengar. Our translation here does come from the lovely David Hochmann over at limitlesstcg.com/translations. But actually, we need to start off here having a quick look at Gastly. You see, ladies and gentlemen, there are two Gastly in Sun and Moon 10. And one of them's a little bit rubbish. It's got 60 HP, which is nice. But nobody cares, because the one with 40 HP has an ability. If this Pokemon is knocked out, search your deck for 2 Haunter and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. That is absolutely wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. This is, frankly, a little bit ridiculously good. Because either your opponent doesn't knock it out and maybe you get your rare candy, Gengar, etc. Or maybe they do knock it out, and then you get to get 2 Haunter on the bench. And then next turn, you get 2 Gengar out. And now, things are looking very, very up very, very quickly. This is getting your evolutions out in a cheaty way, very much like Frogadier was. Now, to be fair, Frogadier was an attack, whereas this is an ability, and this is an ability on a basic Pokemon. So if your opponent plays on a Lowland Muck to turn off the ability, you won't get your Haunter, and that's a little bit sad and blah, blah, blah. But let's assume that they don't. This is phenomenal. It goes down, get 2 Haunter. And what I'm really thinking here is that you get 2 Haunter with the first Gastly, and then you get 2 Haunter with the second Gastly, and then you play a Rescue Stretcher to get all your Haunter back. And then the third Gastly gets you 2 Haunter, and the fourth Gastly gets you 2 Haunter, and you're just rocking and rolling with your Gengar here. I absolutely adore this. But we're gonna need a decent Gengar, and the great news is, we have a decent Gengar. And it really is the ability that's catching my eye on Gengar here. Gengar's ability says, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put 6 damage counters on your opponent's EX and GX Pokemon in any way that you like. Downside, you have to put them onto EX and GX. You don't get extra damage to non-EX, non-GX. The good news is, you get to put them wherever you like. You don't have to put 6 damage counters on one. You can put 2 on one, 2 on another, 2 on a third, or 3 on one and 1 onto each of 3. You can put this damage around anywhere you like. And let's say you evolve 3 Gengar in one go. Bye-bye Blacephalon. And that's an extra 2 prizes, without having to actually use your attack. And how does your opponent get around it? By not KOing your Gastly. Cool. What I will say here is that makes your Haunter very vulnerable. Here, I think you either have to evolve up using Rare Candy, or you have to wait for your Gastly to get KO'd. Because otherwise, what you might end up doing is getting a Haunter on the bench, and then your opponent KOs it, and then you don't actually get the 2 Haunter out. I like the ability here. And the way David's worded it, and I've checked it with Cerebi.net, great website as well, and they seem to agree, it's when it gets KO'd. Not when it gets KO'd by damage from an opponent's attack or any of that rubbish, just when it gets KO'd. So, Giratina? Maybe use Giratina here? That sounds like fun to me, ladies and gentlemen. That sounds like we can make this work. Giratina's got a great attack, which does 130, but it has to drop 4 damage count on one of your Pokemon. Oh, look. That is the exact amount of damage that we need in order to get the Gastly KO'd. Now, you are giving up a prize here. And giving up a prize is kind of rubbish, except take advantage of it. Use Counter Catcher to bring something in the active and maybe stick it there while you spread damage. Or use Counter Gain to reduce the attack of your Pokemon by a single energy. Or use Counter Energy so that you're actually getting 2 of any energy in one go. There's plenty of advantages. I mean, look, Lieutenant Surge's strategy lets you play 2 supporters during your turn, just so long as you're behind on prizes. That's 2 supporters as well as Lieutenant Surge. So maybe use that. Maybe go behind on prizes and go nuts here. Because if you can get this ability off, you can keep rolling. And maybe you end up using Ace Roller to pick up your Gengar here. Maybe you end up using a new Giovanni's card to discard 2 of your bench Pokemon with no damage counters. As I said, that was slightly mistranslated in the video. The video's still fine, the points still work, except it is when they're undamaged, not when they're damaged. I.e., you can't use a Shrine of Punishment to activate it. Other than that, the video still stands just fine. But the point is, you get rid of them after you evolve up, and then use something like Brock's Grit to get them back into the deck, and then just keep going. Try and make sure your opponent's just knocking out Gastly, and just keep rocking and rolling with this ability. Or just try and get this ability going normally with stuff like Rare Candy, but occasionally rock and roll with Gastly as well. Although I should mention, if you KO Gastly on your turn, then you get the Haunter out ready for your opponent to try and KO on their turn. It is better if Gastly gets KO'd on your opponent's turn, so it then comes over to your turn and you get to get those Haunter out. The point is here that this is cheating evolution. This is getting your Gengar out faster than you otherwise would, and it's got a really nice ability. Does it have a nice attack? It's alright. 3 colorless energy, 70 damage, plus poison and sleep. Well, poison's quite nice, and obviously we got the usual things like Survivor, that means it does a little bit of extra damage. And sleep means that they've got to flip a coin and flip a heads in order to attack next turn, and that's quite nice. And maybe the combination of these two will make up for the fact that it only does 70. Now, if you're hitting weakness against something like a Buzzwole, this is great. 70 is enough to KO non-GX Buzzwole. Add in a Choice Band and you're doing enough to KO Big Daddy Buzzwole. So the numbers there are great. Against Pokemon that aren't weak, no, the numbers aren't as good. The numbers aren't particularly great, and that's a little bit sad. But it's 70 damage, plus the 6 damage counters when you evolved up, plus sleep, plus poison, and now this is starting to look an awful lot better. I should mention, of course, you don't have to evolve into that Gengar. We do have the one from Crimson Invasion at the moment. Whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on it, and that does work quite nicely with the extra damage you're dropping here. And if we go back to the Gengar we're really talking about, don't forget we've got triple acceleration energy, which will pay this attack cost in a single go, or you can use double colorless energy and counter gain if you're behind on prizes, etc. Or you could just use this in a Malamar deck, for instance, and accelerate the energy. So the fact that it's for colorless energy is really good. And we've got options to pay the attack cost. And it does have a good ability, and you can get it out cheatingly. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe the damage it's doing isn't quite enough, and maybe having to essentially give up prizes with Gastly is a bit rubbish. But like I've said, maybe you just evolve up normally and use Gastly as an extra bonus. Either way, it's got free retreat, a great ability, and can cheat evolution, along with an attack for colorless energy, which is workable, if not stunning. This has got to be worth a play. I'm going to be giving it between 3 and 4 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. And maybe it turns out to be too awkward. But this is one of those cards that I have a look at and I'm like, yeah, I want to have a play with that one. But I want to know what you think about this, so please do let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! But please do remember the rule, ladies and gentlemen. Be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And do please make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where we talk other games, like Transformers and Keyforge. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.